Topic number 5. Situation of persons with disabilities. Learning activity number 3. Multiple choice questions. 1. According to the World Health Organization Global Report on Health Equity for Persons with Disabilities, how many percentages of the world's population experience significant disability? A. 25%, B. 16%, C. 10%, D. 1%. The correct answer is letter B. An estimated 1.3 billion or 16% of the global population worldwide experience a significant disability. This number reinforces the political importance and the scale of disability. Persons with disabilities are not just a homogeneous group. They can be part of other sectors and groups, like women, children, people of diverse sexual orientation, gender identity, expression and sex characteristics or SOGSC, older people, indigenous people, fisher folks, migrant workers, business community, etc. 2. Women comprise up to blank of persons with disabilities in low and middle income countries. A. 1/5, B. 3/4, C. 1/2, D. 3/5. The correct answer is letter B. Women and girls with disabilities face multiple discrimination on the basis of their disability and other identities such as their sex, gender, and age. They have less access to adequate housing, health, education, training, and work opportunities, as well as to own properties and apply for loans. According to the data of 51 countries, employment rates for women with disabilities is significantly lower than men with disabilities and women without disabilities. 3. According to the Department of Social Welfare and Development Listahan Report in 2019, how many children with disabilities are out of school? A. 30%, B. 40%, C. 50%, D. 60%. The correct answer is letter D. The higher the education level, the less persons with disabilities are able to access and complete. This is due to many factors, including but not limited to inaccessible learning facilities in public transport, inaccessible information, communication both in form and content of learning materials, lack of capacity of teaching and non-teaching staff to teach and support learners with disabilities, lack of family support, bullying, among others. This major problem is hopefully addressed by Republic Act 11650. Number 4. According to the 2016 National Disability Prevalence Survey, how many persons with disabilities are not working? A. 21%, B. 31%, C. 41%, D. 51%. The correct answer is letter D. There is a correlation between the educational attainment of persons with disabilities to their chances of getting decent employment. Lower educational levels are less likely to be formally employed with security of tenure and social protection benefits, such as health insurances. According to one study, 80% of people with disabilities work in the informal sector. 5. How many times are persons with disabilities at risk of violence and abuse? A. 4, B. 3, C. 2, D. Just the same with people without disabilities. The correct answer is letter A. Women with disabilities are 2 to 4 times to experience intimate partner violence compared to those without disabilities. Learners of diverse SOGSC with disabilities report higher rates of harassment and bullying compared to students without disabilities. These situations are less likely to be known, understood, reported, and addressed because of social exclusion, inaccessible environments, limited mobility, lack of support structures, information and communication barriers, and negative social perceptions. Input. It is important that we know the situation and data of persons with disabilities. This will be your baseline for our policies and programs. However, disaggregated data on impairment and other identities are not enough. We should also collect data on the possible barriers faced by persons with disabilities and the support they require in order to access and meaningfully participate in our organization's programs and services. This will also guide us on how to formulate our policies and programs, of course, with the active involvement of organizations of persons with disabilities. Learning activity number 4. 1. Look for any data on persons with disabilities. It can be specific to your advocacy or work. It can be local, national, or global data. 2. What are your sources? 3. Was it easy to find data? 4. Give at least one way you will collect or use data on persons with disabilities. You may share your answers in the comment section below.